Hello, welcome. So today we're going to be taking a look at r/Am I the Devil? Now I'm coming to you off the back of recording the previous Best of Redditor updates post. My goodness, I had my sandwich, I had my Diet Coke, and now I'm feeling a little more chill. But apparently I am a sucker for punishment because we're going straight into Am I the Devil, so yeah. If that sounds like something you'd be interested in listening to with me today, then please do stick around and enjoy. And don't forget to like and subscribe, please. Thank you. So, first post, my 22F brother, 28M, said some abhorrent things, and my friend, 25M, is upset. How do I resolve this without making excuses? Trigger warning for sexism and SA. My brother is extremely frustrated right now. He's not had the best of luck with women, and he really is super sweet and nice and kind. He is the best brother anyone could ask for. Unfortunately, he's become very jaded with his dating woes, unfortunately. This has led him to hold some extremely misogynistic beliefs. I tried introducing him to new people, but it hasn't helped. So, your brother is really super sweet, nice, and kind, but he holds extremely misogynistic beliefs. You understand why you can't have both of those things at the same time, right? Those two things can't both be true, OP. He's either a piece of shit or he's a sweet and nice guy. He can't be a sweet and nice guy and be misogynistic to the extreme. Come on now. Now, here's where things went south. I was wrong introducing him to my friend because he thinks all my brother's problems can be solved with the gym, and I don't think my brother felt heard. My friend and my brother got into an argument because my brother allegedly said that he's going to start raping women because the way women all sleep with the same man is unsustainable, and eventually people will be fed up. Ah yes, that's that sweet and nice guy right there talking, isn't it? What the hell? How do you even, as a woman yourself, stick up for this piece of shit? What is wrong with you? Many things, I fear, many things. I should note, when I confronted my brother, he wouldn't confirm if he said it, so I still don't know for sure. You literally said he's extremely misogynistic. We all know where that extreme misogynism pipeline goes. Let's be realistic now. Come on, love. Sorry, I'm playing with my necklace. I hope you can't hear that. I am twiddling my necklace because I am very uncomfortable. This is just what my friend said, but I don't deny my brother needs help, and unfortunately my friend is telling everyone what my brother said, which further isolates him and is the last thing he needs. Do you know what? As a public service, it might be the last thing he needs, but I think it's definitely something the public needs. People need to know what he has said, because that is very, very scary, and if he fully plans to act on that, holy shit. No, I'm with the guy on this one, the gym guy. Tell everyone, because people need to be called out for that kind of behaviour. Even just thinking it's okay to say is bad enough. So let's have a look, see what the comments say, shall we? Hopeless Baguette says, if your brother is seriously threatening to rape women because he isn't getting attention from them, I'm sorry, but people should know that he's unstable and dangerous. Precisely. It may further isolate him, but he did it to himself by saying such an abhorrent, disgusting thing to another person. Yeah, has your brother tried a little thing called looking inwards as to why he's having no success with women? Because it's not the women just, skipping past him. There will definitely be a reason. So the OP replies to that saying, I don't know if he said that or not, but if he did, I won't defend him. It's an abhorrent and disgusting thing to say to someone, but I know my brother would never actually do something like that, says all family members of rape victims, but okay. If he said it, then it was out of frustration. That's not justifying it, but that is exactly what you're trying to do. You're trying to justify it. You're saying, if he said it, it was only frustration. If he raped someone, it was only frustration. How far does it go before you realise your brother's a piece of shit, love? Because it's still a disgusting thing to say, but I know he wouldn't hurt anyone. Yes, alright then. Legitimate Myth 3816 says, I know he would never do that, is exactly what every family member who defends a rapist says thank you when they get caught. Precisely. I was actually watching a mini little sort of like documentary on YouTube the other day. If I remember the details or what video it was, I'll post a picture up now of it. Essentially, this 17-year-old sexually assaulted two girls at high school, and his mum stood up for him the whole way. despite him admitting he'd done it. Like, and this guy has got off scot-free, by the way, in terms of, like, punishment. He got, like, a little bit of punishment. A mere slap on the wrist for the gravity of what he did. And it's so disgusting to me. If one of my kids ever did that to someone, I'm telling you now, I would be on the side of the victim 100%. I do not care. No way. Not in my house. Next post, court terminated my parental rights and gave custody to my sister. Any way I can fight this? So, my husband and I lost custody of our daughter to my sister. Our parental rights were terminated on the grounds of abandonment. That doesn't just happen lightly now, does it? I left my daughter in the care of my sister back in 2013. My husband was offered a job outside of the country, but I did not want to take my daughter along because she has medical issues and had just started school. We had a guardianship agreement and we were supposed to come back to the US the following year. However, my husband's contract was extended, so we stayed. I can't fathom this. Going with your husband instead of staying with your child that's just been diagnosed with medical issues. I can't fathom that. The custody battle started in 2016 when my sister tried to receive government aid for my daughter. I was ordered to pay child support, which I happily did. My sister wasn't satisfied with that and petitioned for custody again in 2018. They terminated our rights this year. They claim that we abandoned our daughter because we had not seen her since 2000 hadn't even come back since 2013, and paying child support did not count as being part of her life. No, it doesn't. Oh my goodness. And they're surprised by all this, by the way. What? I really want my daughter back, and we plan on coming back to the US either later this year or early 2022 for certain. Is there any way I can regain custody of my daughter, Alabama to UK? You can't just pick up a kid when it suits and go, you know what? Actually, we want to be bothered with you now after not seeing you for 8 years and just leaving you with my sister and ignoring your existence. And the only thing we do is pay a bit of child support. Now I want to come back and be in your life completely. No, I'm sorry, but you essentially gave up your rights at that point. You fucked off abroad with your husband, put your husband first and not your kid. Abandoned them for 8 years, didn't see them, and now want to play happy families. Get in the bin. Oh my goodness. So down in the comments, Anako Krim says, you need to consult a lawyer ASAP. You should know in advance that it is nearly impossible to regain parental rights once they've been terminated, unless there was serious errors made during the process. The fact that you haven't seen your daughter for 8 years and permanently relocated overseas without her strongly supports your sister's claim of child abandonment, because that's exactly what it was. What the hell? I am with the sister on this one wholeheartedly. That's awful. And I really, really hope that the daughter's happy as well. Because just imagine how that would feel that your parents just went abroad and ignored your existence for 8 years. Like, what does that do to a kid? Nothing good, I can imagine. So, next post. Am I the butthole for asking my wife to do more around the house? Edit to add, I accept my judgment, I will speak to her tomorrow. Throw away as she knows my main. I, 45M, and my, I was about to say sister. It's getting weird over here. After that video the other day where I thought the woman was literally saying she married her brother and I didn't bat an eyelid. I've been reading too many wild posts and my brain is now becoming completely desensitized to the weird. My wife, 40F, have 2 kids, both early teenagers, and both work full-time. Previously, we split a lot of the chores evenly. She's great at cooking, so she did more. I enjoy cleaning, so I did more. And we split the rest evenly, and the kids pitch in too. She has not been lucky recently and got into a really bad car crash about 20 months ago and broke her spine, hip, and leg. Oh, wow, poor woman, my goodness. She was on heavy-duty painkillers for a while during healing. However, 4 months ago, the painkillers caused her to have a series of seizures. Probably should mention that these injuries from the crash have caused long-term pain for her. She's legally disabled and she now won't, not can't, take any painkillers in case they start up again. Her choice, but relevant. I mean, if they were causing her to have seizures, I completely understand why she'd choose not to. And yes, a broken hip can leave you permanently disabled, just the hip alone, without the spine issues, but with the spine involved too. Oh, I feel so bad for her. That sounds awful. One of the long-term effects of this is that she can't drive until 12 months seizure-free, and she has to commute to work using public transport. Unfortunately, this is almost 2 hours each way, and there is no way around this. We have explored options like ride shares, etc., and it's not an option. My job is to help pay the bills, and honestly, I'm not a career person like she is. I work much shorter hours and less stressful than hers, but 30 miles drive in the opposite direction, and shifts so I can't drive her there. Over the last few months, I have had to pick up a lot more around the house. As she leaves so early, 6 a.m. to get to work for 8 and doesn't get back until 6 to 7 p.m. She has a very high-stress job and she's the main breadwinner, so she doesn't want to change jobs. It means a lot of the things that she used to do falls on me now. Also, when she gets back, she often falls asleep by around 8. She's also, frankly, useless on weekends. Wow. Only doing the bare minimum, meal prep and laundry. She says because she's tired and in a lot of pain. We live in a very cold and wet area, and now she says the weather contributes to this too. Yeah, it will do. Of course it will. But we can't move right now. I think people underestimate just how much the cold can really trigger off any chronic pain issues you'll have, like joint issues or old injuries, things like that. Like, it can have such a knock-on effect on them. Over the weekend, I've asked her to do more around the house. I'm really tired having to pick everything up myself. We got into a fight. She says we just need to let things go a bit more. Called me a perfectionist. This is a bit true. But I feel that she could be doing more around the house. Things she used to handle, like having to pick up medication, shopping, now falls on me too. Our nearest Walmart is a 15-mile drive from us. That's not far. Is it? That's not far, is it? I'm not being daft here. I don't drive, so I'm kind of struggling to imagine how far that would be, but I'm sure that's not far. Also, can you not get like shopping deliveries wherever this person is? I'm assuming America, because they said Walmart. Like, can you not order your shopping to be delivered to your house? Is that not a thing? Genuinely don't know. That's why I'm asking. Because here, that's exactly what I do. I just order my shopping to be delivered to my house, like Tesco delivery and stuff like that. She's tired, I get it, but everyone is tired. I also understand that she's in pain, but I feel the accident was so long ago that she can't keep using this as an excuse. I mean, she can. She broke a spine and her hip. Those can take years to recover from, if at all, by the way, if at all. They can be permanently disabling injuries. She should be able to drive in 9 months or so, and she says we need to just adapt to the new normal until then. She's right. Also, can you not ask the 2 teenagers to help out a bit more around the house to alleviate some of the pressure off yourself? No? I might be the asshole for not being understanding of her needs, you are, but I think that she's the asshole for refusing to do more, especially at evenings and weekends. Am I the butthole? Yes, and I feel like I don't even need to explain why. Anyone with a brain cell could say yes. I understand it's hard. It's so hard when you're caring for somebody and you didn't expect that you would have had to have cared for them either. It's really hard. But let's be fair. She's pulling 2 hours there, 2 hours back to go to the job that is fueling your household, essentially. She's the main breadwinner. It's not like she's doing nothing at all. And yeah, she's really in the thick of it at the moment, health-wise. She needs time and the people around her to rally around and help her because, let's be honest, pushing yourself after something like that is going to prolong the healing process. So she's not going to get any better if she's not able to actually have the time to rest and recuperate. So let's have a look what the people in the comments have to say, shall we? Casual Law says, she works full-time, is the main breadwinner, is in chronic pain from an accident and has a 4-hour commute. Jesus, no wonder she falls asleep at 8. That poor woman. Yeah, exactly. And all she said to you was, baby, things are tough and I physically cannot do more than I'm currently doing. How about we let things go a little? And you, what, got mad? You've acknowledged that you're a perfectionist. It's time to buckle up and let things be a bit messy for a while. You're the butthole. Exactly. Life sometimes throws some stuff at you. And you just got to learn to let it go a little bit and just roll with the punches. Being a perfectionist, and I do understand to a degree because I can be a bit of a perfectionist, so I get that incessant need to have things where they should be and have things how they should be. There is a time and a place for that though, and when your partner is ill and struggling, that should go out the window. So then Ravenlit says, don't forget that she does bare minimum of meal prep and laundry, which are two of the most physically demanding and time-consuming household chores. OP, you're the butthole. Yeah, do you know, I actually skipped over that part. Yeah, I would say laundry for me. Ugh. I hate it. I hate it so much. Obviously, I'm the only adult in the house though, so it does fall to me because that's when my perfectionist brain kicks in. Trigger off my perfectionist tendencies if it's not folded right. So as much as it's my most hated chore to do, it is the one chore that I'm like, I'm doing that. Because if it's not done right, it will drive me crazy. So yeah, I 100% understand that being a very labour-intensive chore. It's not fun at all. And then cooking, she stood in front of an oven, you know, standing there for however long with a broken hip and a broken spine, which, yeah, they may have healed by now, but let me tell you, they will not feel good yet. No way. Am I the butthole for taking my bonus and creating a secret room in my house, complete with a bookshelf door? Oh, that sounds amazing, to be fair. Had I got the money and a house big enough, I'd love something like that. That'd be so cool. Anyway, hello, am I the butthole? Thank you for taking the time to weigh in on what was supposed to be a fun project, but has turned into a major issue between my fiance and I. I am a moderator on several other subs, so I'm using a throwaway so as not to cross the streams, so to speak. Last year, after several years of being out of steady work, I was able to land a really good job. My new company had an unreasonably good year, and in late February, I got a 5-figure bonus. I have always wanted a secret room in my house. I honestly don't know why, but it's just always seemed so cool to have a room where I pull a lever and a bookcase opens to my private space. I figured with the bonus, the time was right, so I hired a good contractor, they tore down some walls and started digging up the foundation to our spare bedroom, since the secret room will have a circular staircase to a new basement. The house was my grandma's and was given to me paid off when she died, so I own the house outright and have full legal authority to do this. Oh, that must be nice. I always do you ever have those moments where you sit there and you just kind of fantasize about having some far lost relative that you didn't know about and they leave you a big fat inheritance and a nice mansion, maybe actually no, not a mansion because I wouldn't want to live in a mansion because then you'd have to clean it. And a house that big, I imagine, would be a nightmare to clean. A nice 5-bedroom home. And just finding it out the blue one day and you're like, oh my God, look at me, I'm now rich with my big old home and I don't have to worry anymore and, money stresses are no longer a thing and, wouldn't that be nice? Fiance is so furious at me, she's thinking about calling off the wedding. She says that taking my bonus was wildly irresponsible and that we could have used the money to pay off debt, pay for some of the wedding to take pressure off her parents, or even save. I counter with this bonus was essentially found money that may never happen again, so we might as well have fun with it while we have it. She says that we are getting married. This has to be a discussion, and me digging up the foundation and tearing out several walls in the house has made it impossible for her to live in the house. I counter again that it's my house. Oh, you sweet little idiot. If you're going to marry someone, you can't have this is mine and that's yours and you get no say. That's not how a marriage is supposed to work, love. No wonder she's fuming. The argument has gotten so intense that she has moved in with her sister and we may be looking at the end of our 2-year relationship. Am I the butthole in this situation? Yes. Simply yes, because you've gone behind her back, you've started a very big project in the house that you both share, whether it be yours on paper or not, you are both living in it, cohabiting, getting ready to get married, and you've started up this massive project without even talking about it. Which already, in and of itself, is a red flag because it shows a lot of selfish tendencies. You didn't even think to run it by your partner. But even without any of that, I think the biggest problem here is like that, yeah, they've got debt. So it shows money irresponsibility. As soon as this OP has got a little bit of cash in their hand, it has burnt a hole straight through the pocket and they've needed to spend it. That's concerning. That shows someone who has no self-control when it comes to money because they have literally got debt sat there. That money could have gone on that. They're about to get married. That money could have gone on that. There's so many other things that it could have gone on first. A secret room really is not the be-all and end-all. You need to learn when you're an adult to sort the big things, the big important things first. The things that are just a novelty, unfortunately, have to come last. It's just the way it is. And then the thing, if I was his partner, that would make me go, ew, no, I need to leave, would be the whole thing where he says, I counter again that it's my house. So yeah, okay, so it is your house, of course, but we're going to get married. And if every time you don't like something that I disagree with you on, or you don't like something I do, you're going to turn around to me and throw it in my face that it's your house, and I get no say, or it's your house, so I can fuck up and leave if I really don't like it, I'm not going to be happy with that. So that would make me want to leave as well, because I would start thinking that's exactly what's going to happen. And I bet it probably would be as well. So yeah, all of those things make the OP a butthole. I do love the secret room idea though. I must say, I would love something like that. I would love a secret room where you get in it like behind a bookshelf like that or something. And then inside I just have like my own little library with a cozy corner, with somewhere by a big window, with somewhere where I could have lots of candles, and I'd have a big rug that was like an anatomically correct skull, and it looked like, you know, the old anatomical drawings in really old medical books. I'd want it to look like that. And then it'd be really dark on the walls, probably like either a dark green or just straight black, or a really dark red, like deep purpley red. And then like black bookshelves, low lighting, like that looks and feels like candle lighting, but enough to be able to read from. And the walls would be soundproof so I could hear nothing else going on outside, like my own little sanctuary. But yeah, these are the things I think about when I'm bored doing the dishes. Can you tell I've considered this kind of thing a lot? Essentially, I'd want my secret room to look like a vampire's library. Very sort of like alchemist meets vampire meets dark academia meets witchy meets I like skulls, so I will have 20 of them, please. Anyway, down in the comments, a deleted user says, "You're the butthole," and then quotes the OP saying, "Last year, after several years of being out of steady work," and then in brackets, 2-year relationship. So, let me guess, your fiancé supported you through the period of unemployment. You have debt, her parents are paying for a lot of your wedding, and you take this money and blow it. Yes. I don't care that it's a cool little secret room, or if you have gambled it away, or if you lit it on fire. Either way, you blew it. And then you have the audacity to tell your future wife, the person you love the most in the whole wide world, to just suck it up, and it's your house, even though she lives there and you're about to be married and share the house legally, to just suck it up through all of the construction. I don't have to answer if you're the asshole here, because it's going to hit you when you're alone in your little bat cave at 3 a.m. and cripplingly lonely and looking at her Facebook post where she's happily married with someone who actually appreciates her. Precisely. It just really goes to show that there was no thought about the OP's partner in their head. They didn't think about them once. And of course, that's not going to make them feel very good now, is it? Okay, so I think that's where we're going to leave it for today. If you made it all the way to the end with me, then I appreciate you very, very much. If you give a little like, subscribe, notifications on, leave a comment. Apparently that's really good for engagement purposes and algorithms. I don't know. Then that is your initiation into the Coven Void. Welcome, whatever it is you're doing today. I hope you have a really good rest of the day. Goodbye.